Hello mga katribo and welcome to another episode of PairFect. I'm Francine.
Hello, I am Dinah. Before we introduce our guest for today, I'd like to ask you, Francine, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word cultural?
Well, of course, everything Filipiniana.
Of course.
All the beautiful things made by our local artisans and craftsmen. How about you, Dinah?
Well, ganun din. Something ethnic, folk, local. So all the beautiful things that the hands of our fellow Filipinos can do.
Yes.
That's cultural. So it shows the identity of the people. And ours is so diverse, di ba?
Yes, of
You go to different parts of the Philippines, talagang, iba-iba yung products nila. And it's so interesting
Yes.
that we can find it now in one place, diba? That's an idea on the products that signify Filipino culture. Let's watch this video.
Wow, that's a
Ganda.
pretty video. And there you have it, mga katribo. A happy place for everything local, love local. It's called Kultura. And to tell us more about it, let's welcome the AVP for Operations, Miss Sheila Tan. Hi, Sheila.
Hi.
Welcome to PairFect.
Welcome to PairFect.
Yes.
So, Sheila, let's get on with the interview. It's the
Yes,
last
we're
quarter
excited.
of the year. So, how is Kultura right now compared to when the pandemic was announced last year?
Well, I guess like many businesses, right, we face a lot of numerous challenges as the start of the pandemic. I think it's once in a lifetime for all of us. However, we have adapted by expanding our product range, particularly with essentials like face masks and others, and also given how people are now staying home, so we kind of expanded also our home items or home category. So we also boosted our social media efforts with new and engaging content. And we established our e-commerce store, the www.kulturafilipino.com, that ships here locally and abroad as well, so that our customers can shop safely and conveniently from home. We also have made shopping convenient from our branches more accessible also with our call to deliver service. So this call to deliver, we have personal shoppers who will answer your inquiries. And we are also part of the whole shop sm.com. So we are now establishing ourselves in the online platform as when the pandemic started.
It's been a time to get into that talaga.
And the better to keep pushing our world-class Filipino products, diba?
Yes.
By going digital. But can you give us a brief backgrounder about Kultura? How did it begin? How was it launched? And when was it launched?
So, well, before that, the locally made products were also featured in the SM store, right? But it was under the Philippine craft section of the SM department store. Before we spun it out, we started we kind of spin it off last November 2004 in SM Makati. And now, 17 years later, we have a total of 48 stores across the country.
Wow,
right?
nice.
So we have, currently we have more than 100 MSMEs partners from different provinces and regions as well, and including some indigenous communities that have rich cultures and traditions. So we make it a point to really partner with small, medium, or micro,
Nice.
small, medium enterprise, right? We have also crafts for a cause, as you've only seen in the video earlier. It's a product line that is created by 11 Foundation, right? And they produce items using sustainable and recyclable materials through their livelihood programs for the youth and women. So these programs are really there to help enrich their lives, enhance their talent, and at the same time skills, and make them more self-sufficient. So we have that Crafts for a Cause. And then we also have a partnership with the DTI Go Local
Yes.
movement since its inception in 2017. So our network continuously provides a market for products from communities of artisans, weavers, and farmers. And we are very much grateful that we have this thing that we can provide them the livelihood opportunities.
Yes.
So, Kultura sort of like, it's like paved that road for them to become also known in the market, right? Given our reach. So, majority of them would start small, but at the same time, they would now become like our mainstream partners. So we have a couple already that started out really small, and now they're really all over our 48 stores. Right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, that really makes me happy to hear that. When you
Especially with the shock that
Yeah.
happened during the pandemic.
So you had over 100 MSME working
Yeah.
with you, providing your product line.
Yeah.
But when you started, what's the difference between Kultura's advocacy when it began and its purpose today? Or has it just expanded, remained the same?
The core is still the same, right? To really to showcase the Philippine heritage and craftsmanship. So since the beginning, Kultura has been an advocate for products that reflects our heritage and at the same time the craftsmanship, right? So the products that embraces our traditions and at the same time remain relevant at this point. But also behind that is really the thrust is to really support the micro and small, medium enterprise, right? And the people behind the product. So, we are very much into really the story behind each product and how many families, artisans, weavers, farmers that we are supporting. So that has been really still the core value or the core drive for the business. So each of these purchases, the people buy this, and they directly impact also in the lives of the producers of these products, of the farmers, the weavers.
Communities.
And it's really a whole community that we are supporting.
Tell us about the situation of the communities you're working with. I'm really surprised at the beautiful product development that continued to happen despite the pandemic. How did you help them get their products to couture stores despite the challenges of, all that community quarantine restrictions,
quarantines.
statuses, and yet you're able to come up with beautiful items?
Well, again, right, given the pandemic, we had a lot of challenges, even for logistics, right? Getting the product from there to the store, it's been a challenge, but we really we have optimized our internal process to really ease that logistical issue, right? First thing. And also at the same time, we also work with the communities or our MSMEs partners also to sort of like shift some of their products to a more essential or much more relevant at this time.
Right.
So there is a continuous communication and at the same time sort of like creating with them some new products, so innovating with them. But you know, one thing that I can say is we are there in every step of the way and making sure that the product that they will be producing meets our standards and at the same time relevant at this time. So that, you know, as we know,
Yeah.
we need to be sustainable at the same time economically and also
Viable.
That's one thing, viable
Yeah.
at this time. So it's a collaboration.
Yeah.
Really, that's it.
Speaking of that, collaboration and being there every step of the way, what kind of training does the Kultura team go through? How are they able to tell each of the products' inspiring story to customers?
Well, again, right, so the mission is really to inspire every member of your team to really drive collaboration, innovation, value, excellence, and deliver results, right? And really the core for us is really, we are really the advocate for in supporting our local partners and preserving and celebrating our Philippine culture and history. So if you combine both of that, then really, it's really we're here to promote the beautiful Philippine product and the craftsmanship, and at the same time celebrating our culture and history, right? And then, but also we wanna lift it up to a world standard. You know what I mean? So you know, collaborating with the team, innovate, and make sure that the products are world class.
Yes.
And I think as you can see now, a lot of the products that in the market, it's really beautiful and really world class at the same time.
Agree.
Yeah, I want to buy everything.
Oo nga. Sheila earlier nga, parang SM Aura is my happy place. SM Aura Kultura is my happy place.
Yeah, amazing lang ito yung details of products
Oo
din
nga
na.
grabe. So development.
Yeah, it's a constant collaboration, meetings, and at the same time, you know, innovating with our partners, right? So
I like that.
it's not that we leave them on their own. No, it's every step of the way.
So you give them direction. You give them direction about what the market is looking for, what's in
The
demand.
the market trends, the demand. So there's always that sort of like direction that's given and working with them.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's a good direction.
Well, we'd like to know more about what Kultura has to offer, what's in store for shoppers. But before you answer, we'll pause for a short break. PairFect, we'll be back after these reminders.
Okay.
Boto mo to, Halalan 2022, The Daily Tribune Special Coverage.
Magandang araw mga katribo! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelevelo, Comfy Manalo, Atty. Lia Badillo Crisostomo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Jerk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas ng may init na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Sama-sama natin alamin ang mga natatagong istorya sa mga latest na kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Simulan natin ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments ng aming programa.
Maaari nyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magkita-kita po tayo mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga at magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising na!
Boto mo to, Halalan 2022, The Daily Tribune Special Coverage.
Welcome back to PairFect. Before the break, we were asking what's in store for shoppers. Ms. Sheila, tell us about Kultura's Holiday 2021 campaign.
Yes, ayan na. Exciting.
Yeah, Kultura's holiday campaign for 2021 is all about experiencing a Filipino Christmas, right? It's Paskong Pinoy.
Yeah.
And at the same time supporting local and in the process also really helping the lives of our partner artisans, farmers, and weavers. We still go back to the core, right? So we have many offers, right? Starting with we have a lot of offerings, right? But first things first is we have a very Paskong Pinoy Christmas setup in our stores. So when you go visit our stores, you will really feel that, the Paskong Pinoy experience, right? So you can visit our mall-based stores all over, like the Aura as your happy place, as you said earlier.
Yes.
The Mall of Asia, Makati, Mega Mall, and we have Davao at the same time and Cebu, right? But we also have actually like Walong Linggong Handog. So it's really a countdown of Christmas with weekly exclusive deals for every week, right? So we have special offers for particular weeks starting November 2. So, we are very confident that you will find the gifts that you will need for like your titas. So we have para sa tahanan at pamilya, we have para sa kay Tita at Ninang, at the same time kay Tito at Ninong, and, katrabaho, kabarkada, inaanak, and above all else, a gift for yourself, right? So that's one thing that we can say that for this really Christmas, it's really sort of a very special Christmas after last year, we want to celebrate the Paskong Pinoy.
Let's feel happy, happier, more hopeful.
Yes. I want to find out, but I know there are SM cards. Are they honored also in Kultura for the point?
Yes.
Yeah, and another personal question, but not for me. Are you open for bridal registry already?
Well, yes, because that's actually, it's a good thing that you mentioned that, because next year, we are launching our sort of like wedding corner something in the store in itself. So we will have a store in store for like all the wedding needs that you have for, especially the Filipiniana wedding.
Very nice.
And at the same time that we will have tie-ups, collaborations with different groups at the same time that really is going to be sort of like more inclined towards the wedding.
And also because Kultura practically has everything, from houseware, everything you need to start your and also of course the beautiful clothes then and accessories and then.
So actually, that's good that you mentioned it, because really that's the plan, really, to launch that wedding corner, wedding segment in Kultura.
Oh, we can't wait to feature that.
Yeah. Earlier you mentioned that one of the things that Kultura did for its agility during the pandemic is to deep dive into the digital transformation, using the platforms really to full use to communicate with the shoppers. What are the plans of Kultura naman in terms of the stores? Any plan to set up Kultura shops abroad?
First things first, for locally, we will still continue to expand, right? So alongside with the SM store across the country. And currently, we just opened actually a branch in our SM Daet, Camarines Norte. And Yeah, so we are very optimistic for 2022, right? We will continue at the same time. Our core is to really showcase the Filipino artistry, and at the same time, our brick and mortar store will still really continue to push and enhance the shopping experience, and at the same time expand our online store by expanding our offerings at the same time. Of course, the opportunity to showcase Filipino craftsmanship abroad is really an exciting prospect for us.
Yes.
At this time, we still want to focus on capturing the local market and connecting with our kababayan abroad through our online store, right? So www.kulturafilipino.com. But definitely, we are very much interested to expand at the right time. It's a prospect for us. It's still being discussed and it's still in the pipeline for that one expansion abroad.
I think that's a good plan to have.
Yeah.
Okay. Sa side naman ng suppliers, can you give our aspiring craftsmen and social entrepreneurs advice on how they can be part of the Kultura community? For those watching our show right now, what are the requirements you have for them to get their creations sold?
Again, Kultura is still certainly very much interested in growing our community of micro, small, and medium enterprises. I mean, majority of our suppliers, really belong to that micro, small, and medium, right? And at the same time, including the foundations with various advocacies and even startups. Right? So our doors are really open to everyone who has a very innovative product and at the same time very uniquely Filipino. And again, each of the product has a story to tell. So we're really keen on that one, and at the same time, meeting the needs of our customers now. So they can actually just drop us a message in our Instagram and Facebook or Viber or in our website. And there is, I'm very proud to say that we really have a very short turnaround time in answering the inquiry. So definitely, once you send us a message, we will definitely get back to you within the day or the next day.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then we will hand you off to the proper, to different teams or merchandising or something, but definitely we will answer your query.
Talk about support
Ang
for our
ganda.
local SMEs
That's nice to know.
and MSMEs. No?
Yeah.
What about the part of the shoppers? How does Kultura define customer satisfaction? What do you hope shoppers would feel and think after shopping at Kultura?
So, for me, customer satisfaction for myself and my expectations for my team is just not meeting the customer's, satisfaction or expectation. We need to exceed that. So, we strive to provide a very memorable and unique shopping experience in Kultura. So, the convenience, the value for money. So we want that people, when they enter the store, they feel the famous Filipino hospitality, right? So we're known for that.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that we live up to that standard and making sure that every customer that goes to our store feels like that Filipino hospitality. Every time, I guess, anybody who visits the Philippines, foreigners or balikbayans, we embrace them, right? We make them feel that they're really welcome to our home, to our country and all. So that is exactly the feeling that we want people
To get.
to feel the minute they get inside the store. So,
Okay.
we want to welcome everybody to visit our stores, and we feel that that Filipino hospitality or Filipino customer service. one thing I can say, I'm very proud that if you Filipino customer service and hospitality is on the different level compared to the rest of the world. That's one thing I can say.
Oh. That's good, no? Ikaw, Francine, when you shop, when you enter Kultura, do you feel that?
Of course. First thing I talk to is the team, and then I even ask them for advice. What do you think will look good on me? And they're so they're very honest and very helpful. They even assist me. So that's what I enjoy about going to a Kultura store.
Yeah, given the pandemic, so we shifted to a lot of digital, right? So we have this virtual shopping as well, right? So you can request for us, and that's one thing that we want to do is just make sure that we sort of not just like if you're looking for a dress, we want to make sure that we don't only give you choices for the dresses but accessories at the same time. What looks good, what looks not. And funny thing is we even have customers asking us our sales staff to, can you wear it so that I can see how it looks? And we do that, Up to that level of service that we do that, can you wear it? Can you model it for us? How does it look? And then we've been doing that actually since this pandemic, and it's been like a norm already for everybody to have the virtual shopping thing.
Yeah.
And then we accommodate all the requests.
Yeah.
It's really all about engaging.
Yes, ang galing.
Talking to someone, connecting, despite the flat screen you're talking to or maybe the phone.
Oo nga.
Yeah, I think for Filipinos, it's still very much that. There should be that human connection. I mean, the digital space is really booming, but at the same time, you still want to have that you can talk to someone.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of our customers, especially abroad as well. So we do a lot of virtual shopping also with our balikbayans abroad.
Yeah. Oh, I
with Filipinos abroad, sorry.
Okay. It's really nice to hear how Kultura is elevating the shopping experience for everyone, physically and even virtually. And that's so nice to hear. For now, we'll take a short break. We'll be back. Don't go away.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage. Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Welcome back. I'm Francine. I'm with Dinah Ventura, and we're talking to the AVP for Operations of Kultura, Ms. Sheila Tan.
Thank you, Sheila, for being such a sport and for joining us today. At this point, we'd like to ask you to invite our viewers to visit Kultura. Where can they find you, and where they can find you?
Yes.
Well, as this year's come to an end, we want to invite everybody to celebrate the holidays as a season of giving with Kultura. We hope that when it comes to, shopping for gifts for your loved one, you choose to support local. So we invite you to shop at Kultura because every purchase you make uplifts and empowers our partner artisans, farmers, leaders, and many more families and communities across the country. So we have 48 branches all over the Philippines, and we have our mall stores at the same time. So we have in Mall of Asia, Makati, Ora, Mega Mall. We have in Cebu, both in the city and the seaside, and we have also in Manang, that is our our standalone stores, and you can also find the info inside the SM store. So we have 48 branches all over the Philippines.
Right, good. So you can find them everywhere. Great.
No excuse not to love local and go local,
yeah.
shop local, right?
And it's really good that more and more people are getting into local products. It's a very positive thing for our.
And and then it's, I guess, with the pandemic and all, it's time that we start really supporting the local industry, not just shopping local, but at the same time travel local, support the restaurants, and at the same time, we need to help each other.
Yes.
After, with this pandemic and all.
Yeah.
And after all, that's the best of being Filipino naman. Being,
True.
We need to uplift each other up. Especially during this still an uncertain time, but hopefully light will be seen soon.
things will get better.
Yes. So once again,
And I believe that things will be better.
yes. Once again, thank you, Sheila, for being part of our show and for sharing the inspiring story of Kultura with us.
It's been fun having you in the show, and we hope to see more of you and Kultura in our next episodes.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
So to our mga katribu, watch PairFect Live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. on Daily Tribune's official Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube for the replay of the latest edition.
I am Dinah,
And I am Francine.
and this has been PairFect.